All right, and we are live. How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to Old Man TV. Thank you for tuning in. And we are continuing our adventure today in Outer Worlds 2. So hopefully things are going to pick up here. So now that we're hunting rifts and things like that. But anyway, let's get into it. Talk to the Moon Man.
How do you like my faction accessories? Do they make me look handsome or too handsome?
All right. Anyway, got me a little caffeine. All right, the cloister. We talked to this chick. One second. Let me get a drink of coffee here. A little bit of nicotine too. Swear to God, if it wasn't for coffee, I wouldn't think I know how to get through life. Well, that nicotine, booze, and women, but yeah. All right, let's keep going. So, oh, I gotta upgrade this chick. Okay. Oh shit, this one. Okay. Comment back there. Let's go with that one. Next. That one. And what's this one? Man, this is just not a good companion for me. I don't use any of this shit. I'll take the crafting materials. Alright, and Valerie. Okay. Best rifle in the game. Or at least I like playing with it. Oh, alright. What's all these places here? What's going on in here? No.
Every day treating the same strains and abrasions. The operating theater is not conducting viewing dissections at this time. That is not an invitation to return to your study and perform exploratory surgery on yourself or a willing volunteer, just to be clear. Not as concerning as some of the scenes I have been called to in the middle of the night. I assure you, the warning is justified. But I trust you are here for a reason other than to discuss scalpel-happy novices. That is best answered through observation. Here, have a look.
Okay, what is this? Medical inhaler slot. Trauma kit. Yeah, we'll take that. What is this? Alright.
A scientician surplus. No more than what you need.
What is this?
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today? Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9% more scientific breakthroughs in a given quarter. Interested?
Yeah, sure.
Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional? But if you had to prioritize one area over the other.
Okay,
Expand on that for me.
let's see here.
Oh, well, that's certainly specific. Your contributions to the plan will one day progress beyond increasing the rate of the universe's natural state of entropy. Good. Never forget that you are a valuable factor in the universal equation and necessary to advancing the plan. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't seen you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered. I'd have run the mugs through the autoclave twice if I'd known the garden was receiving visitors now. All right, your turn. What questions have you got percolating in that mind of yours? I didn't hear a question. Everyone is simply contented by the good work they're doing to advance the plan. Everything in perfect exactitude, as Vicar Udicott might say. That said, if something more sinister was going on, would that concern you? Well, good thing nothing's amiss then.
You know, you do a passable impression of a scientician. Did you grow up near one of our settlements? Have a few years of order training?
I'm quite sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I understand you may technically count as a member, but there's a perfunctory element to your articulation. You don't believe in the plan, and you're clearly up to something. She sized you up almost immediately, Commander. Been softly probing you for information. I clocked her the first moment she opened her mouth.
While stellar temperature determines the frequency of light and hence what portion of
Appreciate that. I spent decades undercover with only self-affirmations to assuage my vacillating morale. Well, do I have to shoot up the place? Or will you come clean immediately? Who do you work for, little mole?
By the architect, keep your voice down, please. Even if what you say is true, this isn't a conversation best had amidst present company. Let's talk somewhere more private. Behind the calf integration point, perhaps?
We're going to have to shoot this chick.
So why are there no green
Get my pistol out. Get it ready. My God, she walks like she's got some bad knees like I do.
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Kill you? When we're only just getting to know one another? On the contrary, I need your help proving a certain theory of mine. I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply. I'm limiting my water intake and using other pharmaceuticals to combat the effects. It's not a perfect system, but it works adequately enough. Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder. One could make that argument, and obviously have. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? No. This is about control. Everything is. Most see this as a war of survival. But what everyone's really fighting for is control over the narrative. To be declared victor and have their vision for Arcadia deemed superior. It follows that a drug capable of suppressing discontent could also be used to suppress greater forms of resistance. That's all. Nothing nefarious, if that's the needle in your conscience. We only mean to study the drug and consider all of its many applications. I know that must read as terribly vague to you, but I'm not at liberty to provide more detail than that. Well, I'm not asking you to do something an honest person would. Think of this as a business transaction, if that eases your mind. All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it Perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? It's too diluted by the time it enters circulation. I need the unfiltered drug, which is only accessible to those working in water reconditioning. Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier.
All right, what do you got, discount Katy Perry?
And I'd like to offload some of this merchandise. Sounds like a win-win.
Damn. What is this? What is that? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we didn't have to shoot her. That's
A second
good.
makeup exam will knock me off, so I hope you studied this time, Briar. You may begin
Keep your
now.
digits where I can see them.
Right.
All right.
No pressure.
Medical. What is this place?
Welcome to the Scientician Surplus. I am the Scientician in question. Any inquiries about the stock may be directed to me. Either you intend to buy or you intend to go without. It would be unethical for me to interfere with your decision-making process.
That is a glorious mustache. Okay.
It's there in the name. Surplus. Of course you would.
What is this? Oh, we are coming back to buy that. What is this? Lock on rocket launcher. Wow, okay. A plasma pistol. What is this? Cover fire. It is heavy rounds, 32. We'll have to come back and buy this. But that being said, sell our junk. Oh, wow. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and buy us a Krabby Hatchling. Okay. Um, Rate of fire, 2.5 seconds. Firing this weapon builds confidence in your companions, granting them increased movement speed, firing rate, and accuracy. Maximum effect increases with leadership skills. I have no leadership skills, so we will not be wasting our money on that. What can I steal in here? Anything? Ah. Ooh. Okay. And it's time. As much as I hate to, this has been a great pistol, but it is time to. What is this? 96. Short round, snake shot. This is Rattler. I need. Kinetic plasma pistol. Small plasma charge. Small plasma charge. Biomass container. What else? Biomass canister. What the hell? 81. 81. Corrosive plasma pistol. Well, just gonna hold what I got, I guess. Alright, so. What is that?
You have a very non-scholarly look about you.
Dick.
If you need to discharge any sputum, I ask you kindly aim such accretions away from my general direction. Thank you. Oh, just passing time by calculating high probability diametrics within an error margin of 0.05. I'm waiting for the results of a rather exciting prediction, you see. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today, right here, at these very coordinates. None taken. Oh, but now I've forgotten to introduce myself properly, haven't I? Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently. Never. That would be a serious offense and an effrontery to the principles of the Order, especially for a seer. I vastly prefer the systole and diastoles of competitive debate anyway. But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield results. I don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance? Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings. All confidential, I'm afraid. Many are still under peer review, but I can assure you, their value is commensurate with, why, the discovery of gravity, or has the potential to be. Oh no, I couldn't possibly ask you to endanger yourself by seeking out these logs. Cloister is rather treacherous, and some of the chapels are difficult to reach by design. However, if you happened upon these chapels and recovered these logs, I would most certainly be interested in their contents. By my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. You have that. 4. No more, no less. Each chapel should have at least one somewhere inside. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. How do you know about that? I mean, that is quite the allegation. I deny it effusively. Yes, actually, now that you mention it, I would. As you have cleverly sussed out, Laplace's garden is the subject of an experiment into social conditioning, or curating, if you will, through the use of therapeutic pharmacology. We have been administering a pharmaceutical to the population of the garden via the water supply that aids in emotional regulation. We call it perspective. It's odorless, harmless. Well, apart from the withdrawal, but I can assure you we have our best minds working on that little issue. Minor complication at worst. Irritation, paranoia, increased desire to gamble, oddly enough. All manageable conditions, of course. We are increasingly operating with fewer resources, however, and most regrettably, we've had to eject more and more subjects from the experiment in order to continue it. In a plan-perfected universe, we would have ample time to wean participants off perspective before sending them out of the garden. But, alas, we do not live in that universe. Yet. Fortunately, your discomfort is not a determining factor in the continuation of the program. Primarily, though not exclusively, because you don't live here, at any rate. I have no interest in debating the ethics of this experiment with a layperson. No offense. Don't we all? Nothing beyond what I already included in my 165-page summary of the incident. Why do you ask? His resignation has been duly received and accepted. Where he goes from here or what he does now is up to him. I expect we won't hear from him anytime soon. On a more positive note, the Department of Predictive Analysis's biennial summits will be far less contentious. Landon Wiley was afflicted by that which strickens all scholars, the desire to effect change, to advance the plan at any cost. Were his methods wrong? Unequivocally. Should he have come to me with his concerns? Undeniably. But was his conclusion categorically sound? That remains debatable. Landon had the potential to be one of the greatest minds of our order. Is it wrong that I should mourn that lost future? Let's move on to other topics, please. All this fractious talk is giving me a stomachache and... oh, I just got rid of the last one. And what a history it is. The Order of the Ascendant, along with the Archive, has been headquartered on this moon since the founding of the colony. It was given to us by the matriarch herself. She understood how vital our contributions would be to Arcadian society, which some have forgotten. It is why we're here, in fact. Cloister has two things in abundance: ice and geothermal power. Both made it the ideal location for the Archive, and we've utilized its vast computational power ever since. Indeed. It's been a favorite bone, fought over by the dogs of war, but I have every confidence it will end up back under Order control sometime in the next year. Or 7. What other stray inquiries occupy your mind? Impossible, I'm afraid. The Protectorate is rather well entrenched at present, and nothing short of an all-out siege is likely to dislodge them. If you're determined, I recommend consulting with the presiding bishop on the matter. She can tell you more.
That's one way to become the center of attention.
Waiting for this guy to walk off so I can walk up to that other guy and steal his shit. He walked off a minute ago. Come on, do it again. Oh, come on, dude, go. All right, let's go. Do a bit of stealth. Wait, hold on.
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's Mercy. Plenty of room for refugees here. If only the Order administrants got their act together.
Ooh. Heavy revolver silencer. Rocket pistol, advanced magazine. Shit. Uh,
What's your hypothesis about the flower sphere?
Exposing them to melodic sound waves on a consistent basis.
Okay.
I hope you have good news for me.
Ah.
I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Your reward, as promised. Aw, wondering if you'll ever see me again? Precious. I'll remain in the garden a little while longer, but it would be best if we limited contact with one another. No offense. But who knows? The plan mystifies even the greatest minds. Perhaps our paths will intersect again someday.
Okay. Utilize the archive to process the Rift data. Right, so I gotta go do something out here. Come back. Alright. Alright, so that being said, where is what is this? What is this? And that being said, I need to go talk to what's her butt before we kill her friends. Is this her? Yep.
Got Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. I figure, if anyone's unlikely to be vexed by finding fossilized purpleberry crunch in their mattress, it's an Auntie's Choice trooper. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Now that sounds like something you read off a box top. I like to think Helen would understand our need for allies, but maybe she'd resent being replaced? Hard to say which. Her voice sure has gotten quieter over the years. It was less merger and more hostile takeover. I don't have all the details, but it sounds like Spacer's Choice tried to outmaneuver Auntie Cleo through quasi-legal means and got a hell of a lot more than they bargained for. And now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering the entire system. Funny how life works out. Always up for a little back fence talk, though I'm guessing you don't mean Val. I think she'd have a hell of a time passing the directorate psychological screening. Don't much care for all her talk about disembowelment either. Truth be told, I don't know her all that well. Reckon she's unmoored and grabbing for anything that feels like purpose. Same as the rest of us. At least that's what I would say if I was feeling charitable. Most days, I send her out the airlock if it came to a vote. Underneath that friendly old lady facade, Marisol's a killer. Best we not forget that. Future's always changing, though. Who knows? Maybe Marisol will surprise us. In a good way, I mean. Not in a surprise attack kind of way. I hope. Can't say I know her well enough to have much in the way of an opinion. She seems capable. And shockingly, she hasn't tried to sell me anything yet. She's still got more loyalty to Auntie's choice than they have to her, but maybe we can help her see that one day. Sure thing. I trust you've got particulars in mind.
All right, where is... There's Val. Who's in here? Okay. No, she's not in here. He's in here. Okay. Okay.
Asa, you might follow a ruinous religious doctrine and be driven by...
We going to kill Hierarch Ziegler soon? My knife hand's getting itchy. Who can say? There was no indication that I've seen. I've interacted with him on occasion. Seemed a decent, loyal sort. As interested as I am to hear whatever sorry explanation he has, not sure I'll be able to control my rage when I see him to ask why before I remove his spleen. Maybe I'll start with his gallbladder? No, I think it's gotta be the spleen.
Such as?
The rifts are a device of the architect to hasten humankind's perfection. They reduce whatever comes into contact with them to mathematically perfect information. We are nothing but that information, but we cannot see that because we exist in a chaotic and disordered reality. The universe is decaying, and our efforts to manage it are futile. The rifts are a perfectly ordered phase of existence. No chaos, no striving, no suffering. Peace and unity with the architect themselves. Yes! Oh, isn't it truly glorious?
Nothing of much worth to tell there.
I'd rather hear your story.
I hope that story ended with you gutting them like a rancid salt tuna.
I bet my future on the Glorious Dawn. Best decision I ever made. They gave me a new life and wiped away the old. My world used to be devoid of color. Everything was gray. Now everything is vibrant, like the arterial spray of a freshly opened vein.
And I'm still not interested in discussing it.
Well, okay. We're just gonna go kill him anyway. I'm missing somebody. Okay, well. Sure. Okay. All right, back we go. Hold on, let's look at the journal first. Yeah. Okay, okay, let's go with this one. And for right now, we're gonna leave you home and take you. And when we're done with that, we'll start coming back and doing all right, we'll leave Marcella, whoever she is at home. We're gonna go to the rift. Oh God, what do you want?
If it ain't my favorite commander, just stopping by to chat, or...
Okay. Now. Process rift data. That being said, that is, we'll have to go down there. I don't see no things. And, hold on. Inventory. Where's my... Where's my other favorite? There it is. Forgot. I need to manage bullets. I am so sorry. I'm getting right there, I promise. Alright, come on. Where we at? That's upstairs. Okay. No, out the way. No. Alright, crafting. Long rounds. Okay.
These temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future.
Okay. There. Alright, so...
Keep those eyes open, soldiers! Corneal frostbite be damned!
Alright, let's keep on going.
Did you receive your personalized order prediction yet? I'll admit to a bit of trepidation in regard to...
Okay, I guess we gotta go through this place. Ah. No. Ah, there we go.
Use caution as you progress. There's been reports of Persepods in the area.
Sequencing attack strategies. Protocol syringes. Promoting teammate.
It appears we're done with all of them. Oh, that was a close one.
Okay, so... Just try something new. What do you say? Plasma. All right. Where was the other one? Oh, wow. And I have no ammo for that. Excuse me. Okay. Let's go with, what is this? Lock-on rocket launcher, sweet. Well, you know what? We'll stick with good old reliable here. At least for now. What is this? Yeah, I'll pick you up.
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100, with 1 being entirely pain-free and 100 being the worst pain you can imagine.
There is
no lectures,
far
please.
too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I can imagine is hardly an objective measure of the maximum amount of pain I could actually feel.
Your observation is correct, which is a diagnostic in its own right. Now, if you were to indicate, using a scale of 0.4 to 12.7, how close you are to going into shock.
Alright, let's keep on moving. Oh, do y'all have sniper ammo? That would be great. What do you got in here? How about you, buddy?
Try not to deviate from the norm.
Do you see these magnificent weapons? They have the greatest destructive potential the Protectorate can bring to bear. Tell me then, why should they not have been installed here?
Not an issue of ammunition or targeting calculated stats.
Guessing that's a rift.
Seems the Protectorate has been gaining ground since winning control of the Archive.
UENIAC has likely been sorting out their logistic problems. Took a moon-sized computer to do it.
No, let's keep heading down this road. Wait, this one? No, this one. Alright. Again, just call me Magellan. Can't seem to find nothing.
What do you think those Protectorate subjects are doing over there?
Probably genuflecting to the Sovereign. Next poor fool who pops their head up will find themselves suddenly deceased.
Just stay focused, keep your head down, breathe, recite pi to 1,000 digits to calm it.
Not in the mood for a random interaction. Thank you.
Alright, fine. What's all this shit out here? Ooh. Shit. Ready to do this.
On your command. Not getting up without help, Commander.
Your request.
Oh shit. Shit.
A hell of a fight took place here. Guessing the Protectorate won.
It is way the hell up there. What's down here? Let's just go on, take a look, take us a look. All right. No. Okay. Kind of looks like I'm going to have to fight my way through that.
Entering a confrontational state.
Double major approach.
Requires survey.
Oh, what the hell is shooting me?
Let me know when you need a distraction.
What was that? Ah, seems to be the only way up there. Alright. Screw it, let's go get in the fight. Provided I don't blow myself up on the way there. Yeah, that would be good. Stop stepping on shit. And so where's my good pistol? No, not that one. No. There it is. Right now it's not right. It's not the right one either. There, is this it? There we go. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, give me a second. I will be right back. All right, we are back. Now, all right, let me give me a little bit more nicotine here. And then we can go up into here. Well, that is just a turret. There's a better way into this place than walking straight up into a turret. Oh, look, a big hole in the wall. Well, that would certainly help if we could get into there, but we cannot. Repeating rifle. Short rounds. Hmm. I just need a new pistol. Reflex shock rifle. Huh. Do I have any more? There's that. That building over there. Let's go over there. Huh. Maybe there's something in there we can use.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
The hell? No, do not like it. Do not like it one bit. I want my rifle back. Okay. Alright, I guess. To hell with it. Let's just go fight. I probably can't. But oh, well, okay. Well, shit. Okay. Oh my God, I am just going to keep blowing myself up. Okay. Easy does it. All right.
Standing by with life support.
Combat! Your luck couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter!
Ready to assist with agent's health needs.
Give order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Fortifying TPs.
Got my lamps on an unfront. Got trouble, man.
Standing by with life support. Emergency protocols ready. Health benefits available at your request.
Hostile! Not just shooting in the thin air. Combat! Hey! Distraction for you!
Now, who did we just kill? Oh. Yeah, these guys are okay to shoot.
Troublemaker approach.
Engaging combat protectorate forces detected. Conclusion. Spireton has been liberated.
Okay. Little Roar. Mini rockets. Yeah. All right. Look around, see if we can find some ammo and any other thing that's good for us. That's probably progression. But until then, we're just gonna gather up all of our supplies.
I understand this spot has strategic significance for the defense of the Archive, but it is horrifyingly banal. I mean, I've been stationed in some backwater burgs in the past. Seriously? Do these Order eggheads do anything for fun around here? It's all math charts and chalkboards, and how many Abakai does one outpost need? Hope they never retake this place, because I'm throwing all of it away.
What was that, sharpshooter helmet? What was that? Okay. We are going to keep what we got. What is this? Gonna? Oh yeah. Okay. What is that? Okay, so we can't get into that. So I don't think we can. Checked everything out here. No. Okay, so where's that big ass door we came across? It's up here, I think. Elevator.
Sealed. Protectorate's work, no doubt. Isn't there supposed to be a way to unseal this near the archive's entrance?
Okay. The archive's entrance. Well, yeah, but... Okay, how do I... get to the archive's entrance? Okay, I'm lost. It's right there. Huh. Okay, so that didn't work, unfortunately. So Chewie, is that you? So it is up there. All right, that sucks. Son of a bitch. So let me see. Let's go over there. All right. All right, guys. I got to run an errand real quick. I will be right back. Give me about 30 minutes, and I will be back soon. Thank you.